Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 22nd going to the 28th of May. So I'm apologizing if I'm hitting that already. I will move it away. It's finally repaired and back in a video, so I'm glad I don't have to have the headphones hanging off of me. But when it comes down to you guys, let's see what's going on, all right? For Taurus, please, for the week. Overall energy, please, for Taurus for the week. You're having a bit of a fallout with somebody. I wonder who this may be. This could be friend, it could be anyone. I've only pulled one tarot card out so far. And it's the Five of Swords, which is about conflict. It is about, a disagreement. It is about things being said that, aren't very nice. It is kind of a conflict. In your oracle, usually I don't show this straight away, but here we go. We have happy, which is amazing. So the majority of this week, and it is the first card, you are going to feel very content within yourself. Maybe you're having to let go of certain people because of that. If you're being happy, you're setting up boundaries. Other people might be disrespecting that. I'm going to look into it. I'm not quite sure. But this is why you are having your own space and people might not be liking it. In which case, it's time for them to go. People do show themselves really to us, and whether or not they're aligned to us. So it does kind of feel like if anything needs to leave, or if you are the one leaving, Taurus, then I do think that this is actually within your best interest. There is something very divine going on here, because after happy, we do have time to go, which is about you closing a door and walking into a new one. It is about you accepting that it's just the right time to do something. But this is coming from this place of happiness and this connectedness. So again, this is very divinely led. And after time to go, the next oracle we have is truth be told, which kind of means two things. You might actually find out someone's true intentions and that your gut instinct was right after you've left them. You might just be basing it off of just one thing that you noticed and you decide to walk away from it. And then afterwards you really do see who this person is and what they're like. Or the situation, maybe it's kind of feeling like a bit of like dodging a bullet, which is good. For others of you, it kind of just feels like you're really happy about something. Maybe that's coming your way, because this does come up through the happy. The egg represents something that's going to be birthed into your reality here. So it kind of feels like you might be leaving something behind, walking away from something so that you can actually live your truth. This almost feels like the owl is opening like a different reality that you can step into, but we just have to admit the truth to ourselves about something. All right. Anyway, let's see. Let's clarify this Five of Swords, please. What is this conflict or walking away? Yeah, like Taurus, you could have walked away from an air sign, all right, or there could have just been like, this is a card of truth. In one way, the Ace of Swords is almost being given to somebody, but their sword is down. When a sword is down, it kind of either represents a lack of communication, somebody's not willing to communicate even though you might, or the other way around, or somebody's not willing to tell the truth, whereas somebody is. It's like or someone's just not willing to take the opportunity to communicate, even though they could. A King of Swords can be somebody who is just very cold-hearted, very cold in general, very head over heart than anything else. So this person might not be, unless it's you don't seem to be taking this opportunity of the Ace of Swords, but it does feel like it's somebody else, because the energy, Taurus, that you are in is your energy. The Empress is Venusian, is the planet of love, all right, and the planet of good things, in my opinion. And Taurus, it is, ruling your sign. So the Empress is about abundance. The Empress is about, being in your authentic, loving energy, attracting in, not chasing anything. And it does kind of feel like, because you're stepping into this beautiful energy, you are having a lot of options around you to choose from. And the Seven of Cups is kind of hard, because sometimes this can be like analysis paralysis thing. When you have too many options, too many choices, too many things to think about, it can be very overwhelming. But the Two of Wands kind of is simplifying this for you and saying, kind of come out those emotions, come out your head a little bit about, what could be, and actually really become quite strategic about this Two of Wands. You are in a very good position now. At least the Two of Wands comes in as when you've already accomplished something. You've kind of dealt with the one wand. Now you're ready for the next. You're wanting to expand. You're wanting to grow, which is really lovely, because I believe Jupiter has now entered your sign, Taurus. So that makes sense. You're wanting more. You're wanting to expand. But Seven of Cups, actually, this kind of feels good, but maybe this is mixed with some moments that are kind of difficult and overwhelming. That's the only thing that I'm picking up that might be bad. But Seven of Cups kind of feels like you might have a lot in your mind about things that you want to do. You might be a little bit in fantasy land about what kind of things you want to do moving forward. But Two of Wands is saying, okay, now be practical about it. Choose something and go towards it. Of course, the Empress is an attracting energy, so it is about you attracting opportunities. But of course, because you have time to go, it's saying that we need to initiate first. We have to leave one thing behind that we know that we don't want anymore and walk into the thing that we're wanting to expand in, whatever that might mean. So the Five of Swords being there, we do have that King of Swords here. So again, like, I kind of feel like maybe you are wanting to put that Ace of Swords in place. You are wanting to, okay, this is like an open communication thing. Like, you can be super honest with me, or you might reach out to someone just to say like, hey, it would be good if we could talk, like, just to make amends. Like, I'm not seeing anything romantic. I'm just seeing it as cold truth. Like, it's very logical, but this person doesn't seem to be wanting to communicate. So just to let you aware of that. Anything, please, for Taurus this week? You have beautiful energy this week. Taurus, this might be a short reading. It just feels like a really good week for you. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun card, and this is about you stepping into happiness, you growing, evolving. The Sun is all about growth. We need the sun to grow, and a lot of plants in the world, a lot of living things, we need the sun, all right? And it's just about happiness and freedom. The Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning towards that. So I do kind of feel like you guys are getting a new stream of income, or you guys are definitely excelling, or, you know, going up a level in your career. There's an opportunity that you are like solidifying, and it's going to make you super, super happy. So yeah, like, let's clarify that Five of Swords again, because this seems to be the pinpoint of your reading. Eight of Swords and the Strength, and then we have the Fool on the bottom of the deck here. So it's kind of similar to what we're saying, which is why I feel like your reading is going to be quite short. It's very straightforward. You are working on growing in your life, and on the bottom of the deck of the Oracle cards, you do a building block. So you are in an active position of making decisions in your life of what is going to be, you know, for this legacy, what is a building block to me, and what is something that's not actually quite right for me. So you're doing a review of your life. You're really focusing on adding new things. Like, I love this. You might be more willing to, again, go through certain experiences. Like, you're feeling yourself with the Empress energy. You're just wanting to indulge in amazing things, which is great. But because of this Five of Swords and this Eight of Swords and the Strength card, it does require you to step into that energy to be able to make certain decisions moving forward, because this is a very strong position of breaking free from feeling stuck about something. So, you know, maybe you were in, you know, a job that you didn't quite like, but it was something that paid the bills, and you've had this dream of having your own company, or you're doing something online, or whatever it might be. There's been fears that have been blocking you from doing that. So now that this Strength card is coming through in your reading, to kind of conquer this Eight of Swords energy, you're removing the blindfold and you're understanding that you aren't as stuck as you thought. This Eight of Swords just comes from like a fear of instant, like, it's an anxiety card. It's a card that comes through and we're like, I'm stuck, I'm trapped, this is it. Like, I'm always going to be stuck in this thing. Things aren't really going to change for me. But it's when we actually look around us, we can find a solution. So you may have been stuck in, I'm repeating myself, just trying to find the right way to say it. But basically, you're looking for solutions now. You're not focusing on excuses. You're not focusing on being stuck. You are really in this growth mindset, Taurus, and I love that. It is so, like, on timing because of the Jupiter moving into your sign. Yes, a lot of you might notice I can't speak for my life. I don't know what it is, but I just can't speak very well. But the Strength card coming through is like you're finally gaining the strength to move away from something, to cut something out, even though it might raise, you know, arguments or a conflict of opinion. As you can see, there's this one sword that's kind of facing its own thing, and then you got four swords against it. You might have people who are like, Taurus, like, what are you doing? It's the worst decision you can make. Like, why would you do this? You're going to just ruin your life, or, you know, why would you go against us like this? You know, it kind of feels like people just have different opinions to you, and that's completely okay. It doesn't mean that you need to agree with them, though, and it doesn't mean that you need to accept them for your reality. And I think that that's why truth be told is coming through, because you're more open now to a different reality, a complete different reality than what you've been telling yourself and what you've, seen in your life. So you are kind of stepping into a new world. That's what it feels like, a new reality. And this is a very happy one, a very stable one, and a very abundant, expanding one. So I really do see really good things. Of course, we do have the influence of the Fool card on the bottom of the deck here as well, Taurus. So it does require that leap of faith. It does require you to take action on that intuition of yours that's telling you to do something. Oh, you have so many cards coming through here. Look at how many there is. But the first one that wanted to come through was that Ten of Swords and the Six of Wands that was underneath. It's kind of like victory over defeat. Like what seems to be defeat, what is an ending, you will, overcome it. You will conquer it. The Six of Wands is all about success and victory after the war. So I think you're kind of accepting that you have to go through something very difficult in order to get out the other side, but something within you knows that this is the right thing to do. And if that's resonating with you, then that's just what it is. It's like the universe is holding up this little window for you. We have the Nine of Cups as I'm stopping to shuffle, which is about wish fulfillment. It's like kind of just sitting there patiently waiting for you to see that you can just go into this window, into this new world, which is much clearer, much more, colorful, if you just step into it. So that's what you're realizing. That's what you're walking into, which I love. All right. Any other messages, please, for Taurus? Okay, interesting. There is some emotional growth coming in here as well, which is really good. Some of you might be going into something that, again, you don't really know much about, but you're willing to learn. This Page of Pentacles or Princess of Pentacles here is an apprentice card. I'm so sorry. So it is about the willingness to learn, and I think it is also about that willingness to take that step forward and to, walk each step of the way, even if it is difficult or even if it is a long journey. The Moon card, though, is kind of emotional, is a very deep emotional card, and sometimes our emotions can be really kind of dragging us down, because this is about your deep subconscious. Zeta needs to chill, because I'm throwing words into a sentence. All right. The Moon card can be a very distorted card at times, so just pay attention to this. Be aware of any hidden agendas, but I feel like this is more to do with just what you may have had hidden within you might be coming to the surface, but it's only doing that so that we can learn, so that we can dissect it, understand it, and how we can move on with it, So that's coming through. Let me just clarify one more time the Moon and what this can represent. But by the way, I think that you're just really in this very interesting energy. The Devil is being clarified by the Moon. So just be aware of people's second intentions. But the Devil is also about fears, and it is about restrictions. So things that may have been restricting for you and things that have got you in your emotions. I do believe that this is what you're purging out within this week with the Page of Pentacles. Is quite a very solid card, and it kind of feels like it's the thing that's helping you move away from a dark time, from a dark situation. The Devil is Capricorn energy, so it could quite literally be it's not just because it's a Capricorn energy, but usually in the normal tarot deck, the traditional one, it has chains, so it could be things that, again, you felt very chained to, tied to, stuck to. This could even be your own emotions. Or again, it could have been a situation that made you feel really kind of depressed, is the word I want to say. So you're moving on through it, which is really good. I really like this energy. But it's kind of repeating itself, so I believe that that's just the main focus for you guys within this week, and I love it. You guys are growing, evolving. I think there's a big glow up. When we have the Empress and the Sun card in your reading, it's very much to do with you glowing. There's some freshness coming through in your looks. For Taurus, please. So you have, very interesting. You have peacock and parrot coming together, so just pay attention here. This says, beware of great pride. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. Now, this card is a little bit extreme. Every time it's come up, it's not just that they're going to discuss everything, but it is someone who may be a bit gossipy that you might need to stay away from. The fact that it's got beware of great pride might mean, like, be careful of what you say, because some people might repeat it. Some people, might take what you're saying very literally, even if you're saying it as a joke, and try to spin it. So just pay attention to how you're speaking, and make sure it's not coming across in a certain way that you don't want it to be, because I feel like that could be like a mistake. We have ant spirit, work, achievement, and success with the bear. Okay, so this is danger, especially in money matters. I kind of feel like this is something that you're kind of moving away from. You've had some difficulty when it comes down to your money matters, and this is literally your career here. So with work, achievement, and success, it's saying that you can overcome any issues that you've had. You also have the fox here, which is shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business, which is very good, because this is saying that you have very tactical skills. Is that a thing? You've got a lot of skills that can help you move around and adapt and to adjust to certain things when it comes down to business. So again, if it does feel like it's your career that this is coming through, but it could be anything. It's just you're moving away from something that was very dark and depressing, something that made you feel very stuck and very lost, and now you're moving into this beautiful, strong energy of you cutting things out that aren't working out for you and moving into greatness, and you're going to be feeling yourself. It feels really amazing, growing. I love it. All right, you have a lot of options, a lot of things to be done. I think that you should definitely write down all of your ideas of things that you want to do, but make sure you're building a practical plan and not just dreaming. Make sure you're grounding these dreams and making them real. All right, so Taurus, I love you. I'm gonna leave you now, but I wish you all the best for the rest of the week. Make sure you like and subscribe if you liked it. Make sure you tell me how this reading resonated with you down below if you want, and I will see you guys next time. All right.